when a few people get in here. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the reason why we're starting early tonight is because we had a few questions from people that I want to go ahead and address before anything else happens. I bless in my community. Okay, so we had 3 questions. So, and this is just a shout out to y'all. Hey guys, if you want to put questions early, I'm cool with that. I will try to answer them before we ever get started. We have 2 minutes. I'm going to try to go through them. This is from Martha. Mr. Brando, I was wondering if you could address my question in your show tonight. It has been wondering where I could go exchange my dinar after revaluation. Has been looking forward to this and doesn't seem like the banks carry it. Okay, well, hey, Bambi, or Martha, I'm sorry. When the revaluation happens, all banks will recognize your currency internationally. So you don't have to worry about where to go take it. You can take it to any national bank, such as a Wells Fargo or a Bank of America or a Chase or can you think of another bank?
You said Wells Fargo and B of A?
B of A, yeah. Are there any more? I don't think there's any more. Wells Fargo, B of A.
U.S. Bank.
U.S. Bank, right? Okay.
BBVA. Or
BBVA. Okay, next question from Nathan. Mr. Brando, love your show. I love you too, Nathan. Thank you. Hey, and guys, we're going to go ahead and just tell you guys right now, thank you all for everything you guys do. My question is the pot of money you say that will get into everyone's hands. Everyone is seated. Have they always had the money? No. There's 2 pots I'm talking about. One, the pot of money that the Minister of Interior is sitting on, because that's the pot of money that controls the country. Number 2, the pot of money that I'm talking about is that you are when you go to Iraq and exchange your currency. Ellison, I have the same question as Martha. Okay, so you're from New Jersey. Hey, shout out New Jersey. Shout out. New Jersey, anywhere that there's a national bank, you'll be able to take your dinar in and exchange it for currency that's viable for the moment. So when your currency is recognized internationally, you'll be able to go in there and exchange it free will, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, we have so much news to get to tonight. I don't want to go over an hour, so I started early, and Ms. BB started early. I want to talk a little bit about what GDP means and what GDP means to us. Me and Ms. BB had a conversation, as well as at John's Outhouse and a few others, that I think is probably going to be very beneficial to all y'all. And what's Iran's role in Iraq? I want to open up the lines. I've got them open now, but don't call me now. In 30 minutes, we'll open it up to calls, and we'll be open for Q&A. Do I have my mods in here tonight? How do I see where I am? My videos? My channel. And the reason why I'm logging into my own channel is not for the view. I'm logging in to see where we are. Right here, 100 and... My videos? Okay, so I need to turn it down. Channel. Thank you, guys. I'm logging into my own channel is not for the... No thanks. Turn it down. Start from the beginning. Can't wait. Me too. What up, Daza? What up, babe? What up, sis BB? Babe, it always is what it always is. Glad to see y'all. Evening. So let's get it started. Hey, boo.
Hey.
You okay today?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get to the chat, babe.
Okay.
And the answer.
Baby's trying to get to the chat.
Everybody wants me. Somebody else is asking questions about work. So I am April BB.
And I'm not going to yell tonight. I am Mr. Brando. And welcome to the status of the reinstatement of the Iraqi Dinar IQD. Now, we have so much news to cover. And like I told you guys, I'm going to start this off with a thought-provoking thing. So I don't want you guys to get upset with me, but I want to present something to you. And I want you guys to think, okay? Currency is supposed to be a medium of exchange. That is not truly a float. But a dollar not peeled to an asset will float. Its manipulation is every day, i.e. China. China's currency floats up and down. So does our currency. But part of the IMF, which is a U.S. entity. The IMF is a USA entity. Okay, that's provable. That's a fact. That's for everyone that believes in the gold standard. We covered that last market, right? Gold standard is owned by the USA. Silver and gold will not eliminate inflation, but make it more rampant and more by demand. Okay. Before we get started, I think that it's very important that we talk about that later on. So if you took notes, and I suggest you do because we go over some things so fast, right? Because I'm trying to rush through so you guys get it and I get it and we all get it, right? You okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Are you looking at me like all like...
Well, no, I'm waiting because we had a conversation earlier.
Do you want to go straight to the conversation or do the news first?
Well, no, I want you to do the news. I mean, I want you to go ahead and continue your format.
You guys go ahead and say it. If you want to go ahead and get to the conversation, I think it's way more pertinent than the news.
I just hope I'm able to respond the way I did earlier because I needed clarification. But go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to buzz through the news tonight. Okay. I'm going to try to get through the news in 10 minutes. Babe, watch the talk. The ministers will vote to lift the immunity of the deputies. We'll get to that. By lifting the immunity of the deputies, the green zone, the COM, who's going to be viable, not viable by Iran, Iraq, all those things will be important in a few minutes. The reason why I put that up was because a video that was on YouTube, on Twitter, that my friend of mine posted that showed a minister's wife in a car. And it was Happy New Year time. And what happened was she totally unloaded the clip. We can play it one more time.
Is that it? So what does that mean?
Okay, what it means is she unloads the clip. Looks like a 9mm. I could be wrong. I think it's a 9mm. And what it means is she unloads the whole clip. And what that means is what he basically said was, she said, I can't do that. We're getting in trouble. And he told her in Arabic, don't worry about it. I have immunity. Okay. So that goes back to my original statement. They will vote to seek what will not pertain to immunity amongst the deputies who violates the law. So like that deputy violated the law. He discharged a weapon within, city limits probably. So he should be violated by the law. Mm-hmm. I showed the video to confirm that. Mm-hmm. Now, Baghdad, the deputy of National Wisdom Current on Thursday, he said the blocks to agree on the vote, the cabinet. We all know this. They said the vote was going to be today. My contact said they were not. And I knew they weren't going to be today. It's going to be Tuesday. We're going to get to that too. The green zone. Now, remember this, guys. The green zone is a very intricate part of what we're talking about because the green zone leaves the path. Now, the path is to placement. So you guys understand what I'm talking about. Meaning that when I take you somewhere, that's the path, right? When I place you there via the articles, that's the placement. So the path is my words, the placement's where we're going. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? That's why our conversation was so important earlier. Okay. My path, your placement. And you saw where my placement was going, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So the green zone is not just a road to be open, but a file of corruption. So remember what happened last talk. Abadi's villa got raided. That was his old villa. He wasn't there a year or a month, sorry. And his villa got raided and they basically kicked him out. Now remember, Abadi was very critical of Mahdi and his political regime prior to this happening by about 2 weeks. Okay. So what they're telling you is that all the places in the green zone that are not occupied by current CBI ministers should be kicked out. Now I'm going to say current because current is a very opportune word. Maliki's occupying the presidential palace that he's not supposed to be in. He's not a current minister. Like he doesn't hold defense, he doesn't have interior. He's basically a parasite on the system and he needs to go. The oral records. Now, this is very interesting. Remember, they said they're going to pass the budget now. And they're passing the budget at $56 a barrel. Oil for the first time since 2015 did not meet its goal. It was under as buyers fled the market on growing concerns over the roughly supply and mixed signals about the renewed U.S. sanctions on Tehran. Tehran U.S. sanctions are huge for Iraq, and I will show you that in a few minutes. But the market was down for them. Mm-hmm. So remember, these two factors lead to the decline from a 4-year high. So remember, they were at $76 a barrel. Then they were $86 a barrel. Now they're below $56 a barrel. I think they closed out today at about $56 and some change, but it's expected to drop. Okay, so oil features that say 59 cents, 1.1 to settle at 53.8 a barrel. That is $3 below budget, guys. I keep telling you guys, the budget so goes Iraq. Now, Baghdad, remember the Community of Agriculture? Remember, they got to pay first, not just the contractors, but the agricultural people, the people that are in Iraq making it happen every day. And boom, boom, boom. It said on Thursday, and I read this again, that we reached a consensus with the building on the defense, the interior cabinet. Remember, so goes the Minister of Interior. You can have a corrupt president in Iraq. You can have a corrupt PM in Iraq. You cannot have a corrupt Minister of Interior. With that position goes the whole country. Everybody was running to see who's going to be what, the PM, the president. Now I'm telling you, forget those two. They're idiots. They mean nothing.
Interior, but what about defense?
Think about it. So goes the interior, so goes the defense.
Okay.
So that leaves yourself open to ISIS. Where did we just leave? Syria. We went back to where? Northern Iraq. I know it's kind of hard to follow everybody because you don't look at it like I do every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it from a geopolitical point of view. Not that I'm that smart, but I'm looking at it from a point of view of like, do you guys remember that game called War? G6, hit. G4, miss. H2, hit. If you remember that game War, then you know what I'm talking about.
I think boys played that game.
Girls didn't play a game?
No.
You know what games I play with girls? It was called Touchy Touchy
Oh
Sugar
my
Pop.
God. Anyway. Okay.
We eat chocolate crossover.
Keep
Anyway, y'all, I'm just having fun because I'm bringing y'all full circle and I'm having fun doing it. Now, the consensus with the building on defense, we know that. I don't know for sure if it's going to be the people that I told you it was going to be, but I know they're revoting. It was supposed to happen today. My friend told me out of Iraq, but of course, Iraq is Iraq and it's not going to happen.
Delay.
No, it's not delay. Think about it. If your whole country depends on two ministries, are you delaying or are you getting it right?
Well, I hope they get it right.
Well, they're getting it right because if they're going to delay, they could just say, well, we're not going to vote on it ever. That's a delay. Mm-hmm. Getting it right is we're going to vote Tuesday. I'm just saying, if I'm not going to do my job, I'm going to put off for a couple days, right?
Right.
If I'm going to delay my job, I may not show up to work in a week. Right or wrong?
The 8th or the 9th, right?
8th, Tuesday.
Okay. Just thinking.
Banks. That's not the one. Okay. The most important article that I read for the week was this to me. There were two. There was one about the Minister of Defense and Interior. The second was this. I put this in the thumbnail, and every thumbnail to me means something. I don't just put President Trump in the thumbnail because it means nothing. Every newscast we do, whatever's prevalent to me, I put in a thumbnail. So on half of it, you'll see the GDP of all the world. Mm-hmm. Now, so your conversation start. We're going to start early. I'm not going through the rest of this. We're going straight.
But you know where the thumbnail is, right?
Right.
Do they know where the thumbnail is?
Can they see it yet?
It should be in the community tab. But I want you to reference the community tab when you talk about the thumbnail.
Well, babe.
That's all. I'm just helping you. I was leading you. Look, I was leading you like you're leading me earlier.
I want to do sugar cocoa puff.
No.
You want to lead me, okay?
No.
I don't need to be leading. I'm leading you.
Okay.
I'm just messing with her. So go to the community tab, look at the thumbnail for 2 seconds, and I'll hold. I'm about to start hitting the sound effects. Okay. The community tab means this. Half the left-hand side of the tab to me, or my right hand facing, is the world's GDP. And we're going to go over that. The right hand is Alok in this interview. Alok did an interview, and we haven't heard from Alok nor anybody from the central bank in a long time. He did this huge interview, okay? And I want to read you a couple pieces. I can't read them all because it won't make sense. He said, now that Iraq is emerging from a crisis with improvements in both oil and security. Now, here's my question to you. We saw oil falling. So how is oil helping and security? The CBI has leeway to address other priorities. What are those priorities, Mr. Alok? We don't know. One priority has been the reopening of the CBI branch in Erbil. Why is Erbil so crucial, just like Basra is? Basra is the epicenter for all of oil and gas. Or for technology and a lot of, no. Basra is the epicenter for all things growing and becoming a big deal. Think of it like your Galleria area. Kurdistan is like West Texas. It's making it happen. It's putting the oil in the ground. You see what I'm saying? So Basra, technology, making it happen, world events. West Texas is Kurdistan, right? Okay. So
it's like Silicon Valley in California.
And
right?
what would be the contrast to Silicon Valley? What's a laborer place?
When you say laborer, like
the port of San Francisco. The Port of LA.
Yes,
no, the Port of LA would be a perfect example.
Port of LA versus Silicon Valley.
Exactly. Basra, Kurdistan. Kurdistan is where?
Silicon.
No, Kurdistan is the port.
Oh, it's the port. Okay,
my bad. Getting the oil.
Okay, I got it.
Now, the other one is Basra, which is Silicon Valley.
Basra is Silicon Valley.
Right. And I told my friend in Basra, and I know it's crazy, but you'll feel me in a minute. They reopened a branch in Erbil. Erbil's in Kurdistan. Okay. They sought to address the spread. Now, I'm not going to get into the spread. That's a whole different video. But in an interview with Iraqi Oil Report at his office in Baghdad, Alak discussed these challenges. Skip it. Okay. We have started that with the biggest initiatives in our history by lending to private and state-owned banks. Private and state-owned. There are two state-owned banks that we know for sure. Rafadidian, right? And the other one. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. The rest are private banks. The initiative is to get people in the banks. Remember, I'm going to ask all my friends out there, if I have any friends that are Muslim, would you please chime in right now? This is very important. If I have one Muslim friend in this chat right now, would you chime in right now? Want my phone?
Yeah, because yours probably didn't have the entire chat, so I can go to the end. If I go to the end, I'll lose the chat.
Okay, listen to me. The reason why I say that, if you're Muslim, you don't necessarily believe in interest, correct? Now, earlier this week, I told you there were out there these bank fraud people that were out there trying to make you get a bank loan from some Iraqi state-owned bank that was 30% interest. If you're Muslim,
they don't pay interest.
So how do you have a bank out there that's making you pay interest? 30% on top of that. I could see 3% or 2%.
Well, the thing is that if you're Muslim, you go to a Muslim bank where they do those types of loans. Okay,
would you not agree that Iran or Iraq is an Islamic state? There's very few Christians or very few Buddhists. It's a Muslim state. Rafadidian Bank and the other bank, those are Muslim banks. They're state-owned. So, no, ask your question.
But I thought they're like starting to celebrate our holidays.
No, they're not celebrating. They're giving acknowledgement to them. Meaning that I know there's not. I'll give an example. I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't believe in Buddha, but I acknowledge there is a Buddha.
Okay.
I acknowledge there is a Judea. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that I agree. It just means I acknowledge it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Everyone can argue every day that Christ's birthday is not December 25th. I can argue that to the day I die. Okay. So Alak keeps going and he says, this is very important. Between 2015, as you know, it was a very deep financial crisis. Our revenues went down by 50% to sometimes more. Now, right now, you know what the oil prices were back then? $50 a barrel. Where are they right now? $3 a barrel. So they're not in a crisis position right now. Why? I'm going to bring you to that.
Did you know gas prices jumped up today?
How much?
So if the lowest was $1.61, and I was waiting for $1.59. $1.65. It's going the other direction. Why?
It's temporary.
Okay.
Today, OPEC came out with their new thing and told Iraq they have to diminish their numbers of barrel. And they also told there's actually a surplus of oil in the world. So they don't need more oil. So oil will maintain or drop a little bit in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
The central banks, it's always what I believe, when you have such crisis, you have to show strength. In other words, we'll get a bad reaction to the situation, and this can lead to more problems. What are those problems? So it's given me very strong message to the market. The message was very clear that although we have such a crisis, we can still pass it. How can they pass it if they're under budget? Because there's a supplement that the U.S. government gave them of 17%. Mm-hmm. You can't have a surplus if you have a deficit. I'm sorry. If my light bill every month's $150.
So they covered it?
Somebody covered it. Somebody did. Mm-hmm. The U.S. government covered it by 17%. Now, you said more than $5 billion in lending. Is that since 2015? Yes, 2015. So it says right now, I thought Muslims did not believe in interest. How do they have $5 billion in lending since 2015? Crickets. There's no interest. You are lending to SMEs, private sector. What are some other ways you're encouraging lending? Actually, most of the amount we have allocated is for agricultural products, industrial products, and housing sector. Most of your money's gone to housing and then agriculture. You mentioned that CBI is keeping the exchange rate at a desired level. What does it take to keep it there? We all know what it keeps to keep it there. Also, we have put standards or some evaluations for banks to enter to get the American dollar. That happened with an international audit firm. So that's how do they pay the international audit firm? Do they pay them in dollars or dinar?
I would think dollars.
How do they pay Siemens?
I would think
no, because a year ago they were all over the news talking about they had a foreign currency deficit.
So if you have an American business over there, mm-hmm. right, you're mm-hmm. getting dinar?
Would you want dinar if the upside's so high? Why would you want dollars? You know, if you're Siemens, you can cover your payroll. You know, if you're GE, you can cover your payroll, right?
I get it from an investment standpoint, but from an operational, I don't.
Well, tell me how you don't get it. Your P&L says what? That you can't cover your nut because you're not getting paid in USD?
So
or is that long-term or short-term?
You're paying your overhead in dinar. Then you're paying your salaries there in dinar. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Who's to say that those consultants or those accounting firms are not Iraqi in nature?
Well, I mean,
they're American companies.
They're American-based.
Sure, but I mean, we don't have people from other countries. Okay.
So here's my thing. When I work on profit P&Ls, right? Mm-hmm. When I work on financial reports, mm-hmm. we convert that currency. However, the value is super low. So it would all have to be in country and converted there in order to go back to USD.
Okay, but they are in country. They're over there.
They're there. I get that. But if you're American based, mm-hmm. you transfer your P&Ls into USD.
Correct. My question to you would be, and them would be, if you didn't get paid in USD and you got paid in dinar, you're a big enough company. Couldn't you cover your employees in that country?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That's sticky because, I mean.
Sticky how? It's sticky they didn't get paid or sticky that you couldn't do it?
Well, because of the sanctions and everything.
What sanctions? There's no sanctions anywhere.
So you're telling me you could take your currency and turn it into USD?
No. What I said is that let's just say your salary was $1,000 a month. We know that $1 equals, or $1 million equals 1,200 dinar. So let's just say you got paid $20,000 a month. Why couldn't they just pay you whatever it is times 20,000?
Sure.
Is that legal? Is it illegal? Does anybody know?
It's not illegal. I mean, the current situation, I guess, Iraq is facing is my thing. Because normally, like I did an Australian company and they paid in, I think it's sterling shillings or something like that. I can't quite remember. It's been years ago. And so we had conversion rates and we would look at, because currency changes value every day.
Right. Remember what I read to you earlier. Currency is not supposed to float like a stock. Currency is supposed to be a medium of exchange. Correct? Mm-hmm. So if you got paid in sterling silver, whatever Forex said it was worth, right? Mm-hmm. So if you got paid in dinar, whatever Forex says it's worth. Mm-hmm. Now, Iraq is not an internationally recognized currency. Mm-hmm. So it's 1,200 a pop.
Okay.
If I was going to accept my money in dinar and not US dollar, what would that tell you? I expect a slight rise in IQD, wouldn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, I'm just guessing.
I mean, okay. and I would, if they're accepting dinar, I would expect them as an American-based company to think that something is going to happen rather soon.
Okay, now let's keep going. So a lot goes on to tell you that the next problem is loans. And what the loans means this. It's not that the Iraqi people don't believe in banks. They don't necessarily believe in paying back the bank what they're loaned. Okay? Mm-hmm. So what does that tell you? There shouldn't be any interest rate for Muslim to Muslim, correct?
Right.
We talked about that.
Right.
The last thing Allah says is, you know what? Hey, look, guys. The other problem that we have, and it's a major problem, is this. We want foreign investors to come into Iraq, but we don't have a clear path for them to pick their profits out. So inclusion is a problem because you can't get people to trust the bank, mm-hmm. and the bank don't trust people because they don't pay them back.
Right.
And the second part of that problem is our major functions as being a bank is two things: storing money and loaning money. So if we can't loan anybody any money because they don't want to pay our interest rate of 30%, then we're a storage of money, and the people don't believe in banks, so keep the most 30% of all Iraqis keep their money underneath a mattress. So what does that tell you?
They're going to get robbed.
No, somebody's lying. There's a lie there somewhere. You can't mean to tell me that you want to loan people money, and there are people that want to get loaned money, but you don't do interest, okay? Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that you don't hold money, but to get a salary via the government, via an employee of the government, if you have, what do they call those, entitlements to the government, that you don't get your money now from a bank. You can only get paid through a bank. That's it, right?
Right.
So that means that your note count off the street is gone, or mostly gone, because you have inclusion. Inclusion means you're dealing with the bank. But the bank also says that you have a hard time paying money back. So who's lying?
The bank, maybe?
Bankers do lie. I mean, I'll give you that, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that someone's lying.
I mean, I hear you. Something's fishy.
Something's very fishy. Now, I said all about the bank to say this. Iraq is amongst the strongest economies in the Middle East. Wait a minute. They don't trust the bank. They don't loan any money. They buy their oil and gas from Iran. They have all these problems, but they've got one of the strongest economies in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia exported more oil than they did. Mm-hmm. They have a higher GDP than what they did. And we're going to get GDP in just a second. In third place came the UAE, then Iran. Remember, I told you about Iran earlier. And somewhere down the line, Iraq came in sixth with a local output of 230 billion. 230 billion. George Soros or Michael Zuckerberg or someone could leverage their money against 230 billion and buy that country. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. We, as United States, have around 24 of $73 trillion worth of the GDP. I'm going to say that one more time. So we, as America, hold 24 of the $73 trillion GDP. Now I'm bringing the other half of the thumbnail. People wonder, what does GDP or oil prices mean to Iraq? I'm going to bring it to you, if it will come up. I know that Iraq is somewhere around.
You're connected up here.
I was.
I know. Sometimes it acts up.
Hold on. Do it again. Oh. There it goes. Okay. So, if you look at GDPs compared to states, or let's go GDP to country. Of course, the United States is number one. The European Union is number two. China is a number three. China is a number three. So everybody talk about the trade thing with China. If we dumped our purchasing power with China, we'd own China. But I digress. Iran is 29. Okay? Mm-hmm. Iraq
It's 50 something, right?
56. How the hell is Iran 29 and Iraq 56? They're under U.S. sanctions because I have been super critical of President Trump, but I have to give him this credit. If you can't sell your oil, Iran, to anybody, and you have no commerce because they've come out in the news and said, we don't have any influence inside of Iraq anymore. We can't sell our goods and services. Our political views are looked down upon. We don't have the same power we once had. And we're diminishing every day. So who are you selling your oil to? Iran? And without Iranian influence, what happens? So goes Amiri and so goes Maliki.
Start selling to others.
Iraq. So let's just say I'm a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And you say to me, Brandon, your house note's $1,000. Mm-hmm. But I only make $1,500 a month. Mm-hmm. But I only been doing business with you. Mm-hmm. And all you do is give me
$1,000.
No. $500 in child support.
Okay.
And I'm like, babe, I need more child support. I need more child support. I need more child support. And you're like, no. You go work.
You go work.
Hold on. You be smart. You go work for me. You'll do all you can do. Go back and make me some money.
Like you become my personal assistant.
Well, think about it. That's what Iran has told Iraq. Mm-hmm. Go get me some money. Mm-hmm. You owe me. That's why Iraq has opened up the electrical grid with Jordan. Jordan's electrical grid is better than most people's in the Middle East. Siemens and GE are there to help them facilitate that. So they have the plan, which is Jordan. They have the outcome, which is Iraq. And now you can piece two together. Placement, product. Placement, product. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now, you say, well, damn, they have $13 billion in trade. If you took $13 billion off of Iraq or onto Iraq to Iran, which is 26, now the tables turn. Someone's bigger than their little brother.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. How quickly does that happen?
Now. Right now. There's no equality in the Middle East. There's a have and have-nots. Mm-hmm. So it's switching every day. When you take that $13 billion out of their equation, Iran becomes way more viable than Iraq. And with Jordan, and you saw it recently with Turkey, it was a world record for trade. World record. So everybody's trading with Iraq but Iran. Iran can't sell their oil, so what happens to Iran?
They're going to have to figure it out.
They got to go to the negotiating table. They got to do DoorDash, or they're going to start doing Uber.
They're going to have to figure it out.
Figure it the hell out, right?
They get left in the dust.
Okay. Now, I think I've hit y'all with too much. Okay. I'm done. That's the news.
Go to the bottom. If you see any questions, look.
I've opened up. If y'all want to call me, 903. You know the number?
No.
If y'all want to call, 903-392-9968. The lines are open. I'm answering questions.
John Dowling says, hey, everybody. Big news back in LA is going down. 7th and 8th watch. President's announcement.
About China or about the currency, Johnny? Evening. Hello. Hey. Hello. Hello. Oops. Hello. Hi, Barbara. Hello from the city of San Jose. Hello from Houston. Hello from the Chi. Hello, Lisa. Hello.
Gary says, any realism attached to an announcement in the next few days?
Realism as what I would just told you. I just gave you the most real thing I can give you.
Okay.
I mean, honestly,
I'm going back through the question.
You guys got to hold on. Realism means this. John, who said that? What was his name?
Gary.
Gary, I got a question for you. If I was going to completely change the value of the dollar being a U.S. currency, would I make an announcement that, hey, now we're worth $1.60?
No, it's just like us. Our dollar fluctuates.
So why would they make any announcement that they're going to change that?
There won't be.
Exactly. Next question.
There won't be.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying that's
a Cali number, 951.
Deborah.
That's just
to accept, press 1. To send a...
Hey, Deborah. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for calling. How can I help you? This is Mr. Brando.
Mr. Brando, I was calling because I noticed I was looking at the GDP currency, and I'm concerned because it says Turkey's GDP is 10,540, and Iran's is 54, and Israel is 51.
Right.
So my thing is, why isn't Turkey being mentioned or discussed?
Well, remember the Turkey PM came out the other day and said they had to revalue their currency to be competitive in the Middle Eastern market. So Turkey's really looking hardly at themselves and saying we got to do something to help ourselves out. Yeah, Turkey's under scrutiny, sis. I can't distress. Turkey's under scrutiny, and so it's a big deal.
Okay, gotcha. It's just a little confusing to me. I'm trying to figure this all out.
Okay, well, Deborah, a question for you. When you look up the GDPs, go to a website called this, okay?
Wait a minute. Wait, let me turn it. I got you going online.
Yeah, turn that down in the background.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to go to where?
Comparisons between U.S. states and countries by GDP in Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look.
She's listening to herself on television.
Sis, I gotta go. Bye. Now, who has another question? Oh, from Grand Prairie, Texas. Hello, Grand Prairie. How's it going?
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Byron, how's it going?
Hey, Brando, how are you?
I'm good, Byron. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Saying hello and thank you very much from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, man, we love D-Town. We love Dallas. Thank you so much.
And thank y'all for everything y'all do. Quick question.
Sure.
Was there anything hidden in did he do a speech earlier today?
No, there's nothing hidden. But what Trump did via his trade practice with Iran, via OPEC, via the world was genius. And I'm not a Trump supporter, okay? I'm not going to openly come out and say I denounce Trump or openly come out and say I support him. But I totally support what he did for our trade factions and for the Middle East. I totally think that. He helped us out a whole bunch.
So how does that help us with the trade?
Okay, think about it. If Iran can't sell their oil and Iraq's not buying their goods and services, and they trade on $13 billion a year, who is Iran going to trade with?
Oh.
Now watch game. I'll give you some game right quick. So who is the biggest Iranian puppet in Iraq? Maliki. Who is the biggest Iranian puppet in Iraq? Maliki and Amiri, right? And Fiad. Okay. If they hold all these dinars and they can't take it out of the country, because remember, if you take $10,000 out of America and place it somewhere else, there's all kinds of sanctions and the FBI and the feds watching you, right?
Yeah.
So where can Maliki run while they're opening up the green zone left and right?
He can't, right?
Can't.
You can't run.
He can't. He can't. He can't. He can't. There's nowhere he can run. So even though, and remember last year, Trump froze all of Maliki's U.S. assets. So Maliki can't spend Iraq's money. He can't spend Iranian money because it's worthless. They're opening up the green zone. Trade is diminished in Iraq because of the Iran sanctions.
So it's kind of like forcing them to push the issue.
Oh my God. Can you just say that one more time, please?
I said it's forcing them to push the issue.
Now, have you and I ever spoke before?
No, sir.
Now, but do you see what I'm saying, though, for real? I mean, for real, for real.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And I just probably 15 minutes ago, there's an article talking about the trade. You know, Trump signed something. You know, he did something about the trade. And then between you and me, Trump owns a lot of dinar.
That's big.
So think about it.
Mm-hmm.
My investments.
And
Go ahead.
And watch this. A lot of people in the office are resigning for a reason.
Why?
They're but they've exchanged already.
Well, my friend, I got to keep answering questions, but I'm going to hit you with this right here, okay? I'm going to hit it one more time for you.
Oh, gosh. Oh, it dies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom! Thank you so much.
I do thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Have a great night. Keep calling, folks. I'm ready.
Okay, Metroid says, question, will we have security to escort us safely to our cars? And second question, what banks can we go exchange if there's no 800 numbers?
Okay, can we answer the first question first?
Go for it.
Safety. So let's just say you go to a bank right now.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, hold on, okay? Johnny, hold on.
Brando, John Dillon.
I know it's you, Johnny.
To accept, press 1. To send an email, press 2.
Johnny, hold on, okay? Johnny, hold on.
Okay,
So let's just say you go to a bank right now with a deposit from your night's receipts, okay? What is your security when you go do that deposit? That's my first question. Number two, what was the number two question?
Second, what banks can we go to if there's no 800 numbers?
Any major bank that is an internationally recognized bank, such as Wells Fargo, Bank of America, B of A, any of those people. What's the third question?
That's it. It was only 2 questions.
Johnny, what's up, man? What's going on?
how you doing, Mr. Brando, Miss BB?
We are
we're good.
excellent.
Well, thanks, guys, for your time. This is for you and the gang. Okay, so I got an update. I just got back in LA from being with family in Florida when we talked earlier this week. So I got an update this morning from some high-up military contacts. Almaty is in Iraq. Birdball is in Turkey. They did this during a teleconference. They were up all last night in conference rooms for 10, 15 minutes trying to get these round-robin deals done. They were going to try to make an announcement today, but there were some other budgetary things that took precedence. So, like you said, Monday and Tuesday, they're going to announce Iraq and China trade deals pertaining to the currencies. My buddy on the private placement is getting his deal paid out late next week. And then the rest of our private placements go 2 weeks later, and then the public should go a week or two later. So this thing is looking like, late January, early February to happen for everyone.
Johnny, I love you as usual. Thank you for your call. I'm not going to hold you on the line because you have way too much information. I want to give you one of these. I also want to give you one of these because of breaking news. And I want to give you one of these.
Oh my gosh. Somebody take that sound effect from him.
And this. I told y'all this. I knew this. I mean, I could be totally wrong and John could be totally wrong. But everything we said, I have not talked to people all day long. I know everyone's going to say, well, you talked earlier. I have not talked to him all today or yesterday. We are on the same path because we see the same things. It has nothing to do with being smart. It has everything to do with watching the news. John, I love you, man. We'll talk later, okay, brother?
Have a good weekend.
You too. Text me what you're going to say. Text me what you're going to say.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, bro. Bye.
Game over. Okay.
I hope, y'all. You guys don't know. I don't make $1 from this exchange, right? I make nothing. And so my whole thing for you guys is
For
I
the
want
exchange, you mean this?
this zero. We make zero. Like I mean, usually you and I would be in it to make me some money. I'm in sales. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this for the money. But you and I are doing this because we want to help people make some money. Okay?
Oh, inform people.
Well, in foreign and domestic and everybody.
Inform.
Oh, not foreign. Sorry.
Like, give people some knowledge.
Remember I said
drop some jewels on people.
Okay, you got any questions on there?
Go ahead.
Call from
John Riley.
Johnny
to
boy.
accept, press
Uncle John, what's
Hi,
going
John.
on?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, fantastic. One thing that we haven't really discussed, and I think it's pretty huge, is not too many people have talked about IBAN accounts.
Oh yeah, the International Banking Administration something numbers that makes those accounts internationally recognized.
Yeah, if those accounts are reason it don't matter what Iraq or Iran does. They can't move money nowhere.
So if you can't move money, you can't sell goods and services, what good are you?
Absolutely none.
None.
Dead in the water.
Iranian influence is dwindling daily. It's not an overnight success. It may take 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yes. Yes. I mean, they are literally dead in the water.
John, I'm thanking you so much for bringing that up.
And you couple that with Trump flooding the market with oil. I mean, that country's literally going to be on its knees if it ain't by now.
And John, what did we talk about earlier? Remember, it's just like Reagan did in the 80s. Oil goes down, our economy's not hurt, right? Because we all know up U.S. economy means a lower gas price.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we literally cut them off from the whole world. I forgot all about the IBAN accounts. I mean, that kind of went under the radar.
Well, you're so super smart for thinking of it. Seriously, I didn't think about it either, but a matter of fact, I'm going to hit you with this.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go and let you get on to the regular callers, and I'll be stand by listening.
All right, Johnny, we'll talk in a little bit. We'll talk after the show's over.
Good to hear your voice, John.
April, you guys have a great day.
We're having a great time. Thank you, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Questions? Or are they talking about
What are Caproni's qualifications? All he has is his opinion. What is that?
Caproni is the guy that dissed me on Twitter.
Oh.
And his qualifications he's been in it a long time. And he has his opinion. I have mine. I don't agree with his opinion. But like someone asked me, what gurus do I respect? None. I don't respect gurus. I respect people that come with logical arguments that can sway.
And then the thing is, the word guru is thrown around.
Tainted.
There's people that you listen to and that you like, but you know.
I listened to Breitling. I listened to 365 yesterday.
And then there's that guy, what's his name, that hasn't been posting lately. Feels like falling until you hit the ground.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Those guys are winners.
Says hello to all. After much research of articles from various sources and reading them, the one that gets and keeps my attention is Dr. Shin's 110 at a time will be deleted from the decimal place. Dr. Shin's? You don't know about that, right? Okay. What do you think of Caproni? Oh, here go another Caproni one. Okay.
Caproni, read it. What does it say? Caproni. I'm not dissing him. I'm just saying.
What do you think of Caproni's view on how this will play out? He said it will never RV or RI. They will have to do a float.
Well, that's kind of a RV or RI. If they're reinstated, that means RI. If they're RVing after they RI, I mean, Caproni's point is moot. I disagree. I don't.
Web Mogul says never listen to Caproni, just trying to get it.
Dude, he was viable 3 years ago.
Getting paid.
He was 3 years ago. Listen, y'all, I'll tell y'all this. He was so viable 3 years ago when people were searching after dragons and light bands and whatever. But he's on Twitter and he gets angry at people. He's kind of like Eminem screaming in the mic. Like MGK said, don't scream at the mic no more. It's just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Live the life.
Pete says it can't float. It has to be pegged to a currency.
It does not. No currency is pegged to anything but the SDR basket. So it can float anywhere it wants to. And remember, currency means supply times velocity. So if the velocity increases, so goes the demand.
Web Mogul says never listen to all those gurus. They are getting paid. Say fake and lie.
Can one of y'all pay me, please? I would like to get paid one time. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're going to be a guru.
Trump took credit for the low gas prices here in the U.S.
Well, that means he hurt American jobs as well as the automotive industry and as well as some other industries. I'm not hurting Trump, but I'm saying don't get credit for one piece of the economy.
Because comparable goods.
So. Right, exactly. Take responsibility for all of it.
Because
stocks drop, housing drop.
Wait a minute, gas prices drop, right? Mm-hmm. So then does car sales go down or go up?
To the shitter. It went to the shitter. Now, blow your mind. Housing went to where? The shitter.
Well, the interest rate went up on housing too.
So the Fed went up, who he told us to take down. And I'm not down on Trump, but don't take credit. It's like me taking credit for this. When the RV happens, I'm super smart. But only when it happens.
Crickets. We need the cricket.
Where's the crickets? I'll hit myself with the crickets. And the sensor beep. Dumbass. I can't take credit for part of it. I have to be involved in all of it. And that's not fair to the economy.
Billy says, if I'm not mistaken, they will pass the budget, but we're waiting on those guys to open the budget.
Okay. Opening the budget and the budget's been passed since 2003 or 4. Opening the budget's never happened. The reason why it will never happen is kind of like the reason why certain people won't open up their tax things. They're top heavy. They're heavily in debt. It doesn't promote. It doesn't promote a whole bunch of transparency. If your Moody credit rating, if you have no credit, is a B-.
Call from
Cornbread.
Cornbread?
Is it cornbread?
Yeah.
Right on. Cornbread, hot water or baked? No, don't play. You know I know. Hot water or baked?
Hot water.
Ooh, I like his style. Go ahead, Cornbread.
I've been in this investment for 10 years, man. I'm like you. I'm like a master of it. It's funny, that you mentioned Caparoni. I've been kicked off his site years ago when they started the site basically for disagreeing with him over the same stuff that, it's just amazing what's going on right now. Everything is looking good. You pretty much right on point, man. I got a lot of research. I would love to talk to you one day and go over some stuff together and, give you what I have and just, but if you ever look me up, I've been around for a long time, but I've been off the radar. Because we used to give calls too,
What was the name of your site?
Well, it wasn't my site. I just used to. I was with Wayne Dang at one point.
I know Wayne Dang. Yeah, I know Wayne. I used to follow them.
Yeah, I was with him at one point in the time. Then I don't know if you heard of Fresh. I was with Fresh, and then I joined up with Kate Maroney. Joined up on his site, and then it just got ugly. So
I don't begrudge anybody their opinion. But if you're going to come to me with a fight, base the fight in an argument that's not based upon your paid website. That's all I say.
Exactly.
Because my whole thing is this. I don't want a nickel or a dime from any of you guys. Okay? I just want y'all to say, you know what? Hey, we agree or we disagree. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yes.
Cornbread, got another call. I got to run, okay?
Okay, then.
Have a great night, Cornbread. Stay tuned, okay? Like, subscribe, hit the damn bell.
All right, thanks.
Peace out. We lost him. It's illegal for Americans to have Iranian real. It damn sure is. Don't get caught with that. It's like getting caught with cocaine. Hey, Mr. B, my Twitter is Mr. Brando YouTube, right? At Mr. Brando YouTube for my Twitter.
Yeah, at Mr. Brando YouTube.
What John said, couldn't hear very well. John, what did John say?
Oh, I can't remember.
Y'all got to go back, rewind that mug. Currency 365. Y'all got to, I respect the OGs. I respect Caprioni. I respect 365. I respect, like David Larrabee. I respect those cats. I respect them because I came up listening to them. It doesn't mean that I agree with everything they say. It just means I respect their opinions because they were the people that kept me in the investment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I used to listen to 365 on my way to work. I used to tell you about it, remember?
Right.
It doesn't mean that today I agree with everything he does. It just means that back then, that's all I knew. Now I know different, so I do different. My moves are different. His are too.
My phone crashed. I'm sorry.
It did? Oh my God.
Doesn't want to work. I don't understand.
Don't listen to Bruce. I don't listen to Bruce. I never listen to him. Tony Renfro, I don't listen to him. I don't know what his opinions are. I know he talks about secret people and this, and I don't have secrets. I mean, not like that. My secret's about, I work at a certain job I won't tell you, but My secrets are not about boots on the ground. If you want to hear my sources talk, I have them recorded. I'll play it for you. I don't care. Currency 365 is a bomb. If you think so, I agree. Whatever you do not listen to Tony or Ray. I don't listen to them. I don't. Falling flat, flying till you hit the ground. Damn straight.
I love that saying.
YouTube will pay our videos. If they do, they do. But I got 100,000 views. I get 5,000 to spend, and I don't do it for that. I do it for y'all because when I was where you were sitting, I wanted someone to come with some real noise. And you know what? God bless them if they do pay us one day. God bless somebody if they do bless us one day. I'll buy a better camera to buy better lights to show the news better so you can see us better so we can do this better. I'll buy my way into work a bank or somewhere else that I can tell you about the Iraqi Stock Exchange. I'll take your money and invest it where it should be, which is into us. I won't take the money and go buy myself any bullshit. I just want to do right by my people. That's all I want to do. I don't know no better. I mean, you know what I mean? I came from nothing. Well, actually, I didn't come from nothing. I had nothing when I got in this. Nobody gave me anything when I got in this. All they told me was that they didn't listen to me. So now I am where I am. And I would take that money and reinvest. I buy a better camera. I buy lights. I buy into work a bank. I would take our money, whatever it was. If you guys donated to me, I'm just saying, if we accumulated, I'd put up $50, but $100 to put in the Iraqi Stock Exchange, let's go ahead and invest that and put a ticker up and see where our money grows to. And whatever it grows to by how many viewers I have or subs I have, that's on y'all. But I'll split it equally. I get no more than you. You and me get a piece. Everybody else gets a piece. How about that? Is that real? That's the realest shit anybody's ever said to me in Iraq. If you gave me some money, we'd invest it in work a bank or in the Iraqi Stock Exchange. And whatever it grew to be, it grew to be. And if y'all want to split it quarterly, bi-quarterly, or yearly, we'd split it up, whatever it is, as long as you're a subscriber, and I can prove you've been a subscriber for a while. And check out his other channels, Isles of Media. Sign up for AdSense. I don't know what that means. AdSense is where you get paid.
I know what that means. I know exactly what he's talking about. There's a formula to all of that. You do get paid. It's pennies on the view. I mean,
well, then we'll reinvest it in the channel. We'll buy better cameras. We'll buy better lights. Whatever AdSense gives us or blesses us with, we'll just reinvest it in the channel into what it can help people do. I don't want it from y'all. I just want y'all to do what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Is that right? Yeah, admin took a fall. I want Jay. How did admin take a fall?
Yeah, how did admin take a fall? What happened to admin? I'm curious because I actually, I'm gonna go look him up because I haven't gotten any notifications on him.
Gary, I don't think anybody's a waste of your time if they can give you some type of knowledge. But I'm going to tell you this: if you base all of your knowledge off of common sense and something you can prove or prove to yourself, then I wouldn't listen to people that don't do that.
What's admin's channel name called again?
I don't remember
that. I'm talking to our friends out there.
What do I think about Frank 26? I don't have an opinion. I don't know Frank 26. Do you?
Mm-mm. I don't really listen to all them people.
John and Currency Open Me are awesome too. Paul, I agree. If he's awesome, he's awesome. If Frank's awesome, he's awesome, right?
I'm awesome.
You're super awesome. And hot too.
Real community engagement. Thanks, babe. I'm about to go look and see where this man
hot water bake. Damn straight.
Real community.
Metro. If he does, he does. I try to too.
Where are you, admin?
Caproni. Michelle, the housing market is past the bubble. It's burst.
Yeah, he hasn't posted for 2 months.
God bless him. The housing market's busted. Car sales are in the crapper. That's true. Look what car people did to Trump as a whole. They totally dissed him. You know what I'm saying?
Why did they diss him?
Remember, they fled. Like, they took that money and they relocated their major plans.
Oh, well.
What happened to Wang Dang? I guess the same thing happened to Wang Chung tonight. Remember them? Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Corny.
I don't know.
The zeros that still exist. Where is?
So Trump is good for the country or just his family? Trump is good for the investment as a whole so far. I don't see many faults in what he's doing. Do I agree with policy? No. But I didn't agree with Obama's policy, and I damn sure didn't agree with George Bush's policy or Clinton's policy. Look at the trade deficit Clinton got us into. He was probably one of the most beloved people of all times. Lincoln owned slaves, but he promoted the Emancipation Proclamation. I'm not justifying one belief for another. I'm just saying there's good or bad in everything. And God, I hate all politicians, period.
Oh, I'm sleepy. Oh, no, he's gone to the dark side.
Damn straight I am. You're right, Michelle. All economics cannot be blamed on any one president. It's a subtotal of all presidencies for all time.
Jason said the dong is hot in the Pacific Islands. Shout out to Guam.
I had a Vietnam article. I'll post it in the comments. I'll send it to Miss BB.
Come on now, send it to me.
In front of everybody? Be nasty.
Whatever is
I am passionate about this. I love this investment.
Oh my God. You talked about Dinar in his sleep.
I'm already invested in Winka. Then Dwayne didn't tell us how we can do it. I'm going to open up super chats as soon as they do. If someone sends us $25, as soon as we get that $25, we're gonna open. I'm going to do it live. We're going to open up a bank account at Work a Bank as an investment group. That is so ill. Yes, we are. I know she's looking at me crazy. Whatever we get from AdSense, we get. But whatever the people donate, we'll invest it into Work a Bank or the Iraqi stock exchange, and let's see what it does. I'm just damn serious about this. Or we'll buy some currency and give it away. What if we did that? What if we bought some dinar and some dang or some dong and some other currencies, and on live chat or on live call, if you're a live caller and give us the information, we send you that currency. Fun. Wait a minute. There has never been a currency that has floated from the bottom up. It's always been a correction. Cornbread.
Is that cornbread?
No, somebody else. I don't know. No, I am interested in the RVRI, not aliens, the cabal. Your political views, time, date, please. Opinions are like eyes. Blessings. Blessings. I'll give you the skinny then. So you want to know my time date? When the GOI is seated, when they touch the donor conference money, and they have free capital flow. So my opinion is just like yours. If you can name those dates or call them in sequence, tell me, and then I'll repeat them on air. AdSense, Work a Bank. Your cameras are fine. I mean, they're a little dark. I mean, we'd like to do a little better, but I mean, whatever.
We probably just need lights.
Thanks, babe. We're about to shut it off, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Edmund has a chat form. It's been a long night. And I've been looking forward to this. If you guys want to discuss the whole GDP thing, I'll post something in the comment section later on if somebody asks about it. Look at the GDPs amongst the states, amongst foreign countries. Utah has a bigger GDP than Iran or Iraq. Utah. And no offense to my people in Utah, but their commerce, I didn't think was that large. Number two, look at what they're doing with the green zone. If Maliki can't spend his own money, because we know because of a Locke's interview that he said, if you want $500 in travel, you've got to get permission from the PM or the president's office. So if he's not using his own money and he can't use the Iraqi dinar because anything over $10,000 out of country is just like the U.S., and he can't flee to Iran because of sanctions, what will happen to Maliki? There's a lot of topsy-turvy things that are going on. And I'm just so glad to share it with y'all. And thank you so much. And transfer to crayons. That's it, y'all. There's nothing else to go over.
Mm-mm.
The baby's sleepy. And I got to feed her. And you guys have a great night. I love you guys. And thank you so much. I am Mr. Brando.
And I am April BB.
Thank you. Sign off.